This ain't your mama's racing stream.
This is VRN, your trusted leader in e-motorsports.
All right, welcome back, Vigilante Nation. Tonight, the Indiana guy settles over what most of the storied asphalt in American motorsports as round 3 of the VRL Premiere Series brings the Craftsman Truck Series to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. My name is Alan Vaught, and this is the Vigilante Racing Network coming to you live from Indy for a Truck Series fight on a 2.5-mile rectangle that demands patience, precision, and nerves that don't crack under pressure. These trucks thunder down the long straights with raw power, but the flat technical corners make every lap a discipline test. You don't bully this place. You outthink it. You out-time it, and you outdrive the competition. Settle in America, the Brickyard is historic, demanding, and absolutely unforgiving. Tonight, under the Indiana sky, the VRL Craftsman trucks will find out who can master the rectangle and who gets shuffled out when the green flag drops here at IMS. Okay, also, folks, don't forget, we are starting a little bit late tonight. We apologize for that. A lot of technical difficulties due to updates to everything you could imagine, from Windows to all the different assorted softwares that we run for this show. So thanks for your patience. Hopefully nothing, no hiccups tonight, but if there are, we'll work through them. We invite you to join the conversation tonight in the chat. We will feature your comments on air, provided they are safe for work and reflect the level of sportsmanship that we've come to expect from our community. And now we're going to get you started with some session details. All right, folks, tonight, 85 laps around this historic venue, 213 virtual miles. The fuel capacity is only 70%. Tires are at 4. That's 4 across the wall. So 5 total, what they start with. Sounds like a lot, but it's not going to be, because tires are so important here. Fast repairs do not exist in this series, so these guys are going to have to keep those trucks clean. The incident point limit is set to 25 and 6, and as always, cautions are controlled by the iRacing system, along with Lucky Dog and wave rounds. Championship points, this is going into the third round, but here's your leaders thus far. First place, 51 of Dylan Bryant, 85 points. The 14 of Dustin Eaton with 80. Dave Mayberry sitting in third there with 66. Russ Kilgore fourth with 59. And George Rincon with 57 in fifth place. And we're going to switch you over here to the main screen as these guys are wrapping up their qualifying runs. And we'll get you some atmospherics actually already running out here on the track. So let's get you the grid. All right, folks, Jack Dixon brought home. Actually, Chris Gomes is showing here, has the top step here of Yeah, pole position, rather. All right, let's run through this. Pole positions, Chris Gomes, Jack Dixon second, Russ Kilgore third, fourth, Jason Gaines, fifth, Dylan Bryant, sixth, Brian Rose, seventh, John McAdam, Osborne in eighth, Mike Adamson ninth, 10th is Timmy McAdam, 11th, Jesse Redding, 12th, Albert Anderson, 13th is Austin Fawcett, Greg Klein in 14th, Gordon Spain 15th, 16th, Deion Jones, Scott Miller 17th, Kevin Hunt 18th, 19th, Alex Anderson, 20th, Dave Mayberry, 21st, Michael Brooks, Chandler Paulson, 22nd, 23rd, Craig Goodenough, 24th, Jacob Alicia, 25th, Scott Roney, 26th, John Shanebuckler, 27th, Trevor Robertson, Sean McDonald, 28th, Dustin Eaton, 29th, 30th, Kyle Vaught, 31st, Greg Dobson, 32nd, Mike Everidge, 33rd, George Rincon, 34th, Andrew Cawthon, 35th, Austin Paul, and rounding out your 36 truck field, John Gallagher there in that last position. And that is your starting grid. We're going to go green right after they get through this final turn here. As we'll look back. A good shot. You're going to see this truck pull off here pretty quick, and we're going to get with it. No messing around here tonight, folks. Well, it looks like we've waved off on that start of the race here. So let me get a little more information while we have an opportunity. Talk about championship points already. Let's talk about atmospherics tonight. See what the weather is like for these guys. 66 is the temp out there. 94% humidity. Overcast with 12 mile-an-hour winds. That's significant depending on which corner you're in. It could push you in or hold you back a bit. 77 degrees is that ambient temperature. Track temps, the track length rather is 2.5 miles. So there should be plenty of grip out there tonight. Not too bad as far as track conditions are concerned. You should expect a 21 lap fuel run here tonight, and it's likely we will see that because once we get started, this place tends to go green for the VRL series. These guys are really good at what they do. If they can get a little bit of gap between each, a little separation, it tends to turn into a very strategic race. Talk about onboard cameras too. I have a few. 6 actually. So we got the 16 of Kyle Vaught, Alex Anderson in the 22, the 085 of Greg Dobson, 92 of Greg Klein, 29 Mayberry, and the 023 of Scott Roney. So those are going to be our onboards. We'll get a chance to check those drivers out throughout the course of the broadcast. We had quite a few penalties from North Wilkesboro. That was a really active track. So here they are. So you know who's starting at the back. The 82 Mike Everidge, 123 John Gallagher, 3 Austin Paul, 023 Scott Roney, the 6 of Trevor Robertson, 16 of Kyle Vaught, 31 of Jacob Alicia, 89 Craig Goodenough, 14 Dustin Eaton, John McDonald, and the 28 of George Rincon, and the 10 of Andrew Cawthon. And as always, today's penalties are proudly presented by my beautiful and talented wife, Lori. She is the heart and soul of this league, handling scheduling, offering driver therapy, and serving as our warden-in-chief with grace and only the occasional threat. We're all grateful she puts up with us in this electronic thunderdome of testosterone. We love you, babe. And here we go. We're getting underway right now. This time they released these trucks. Look at the crowd we have here tonight, man. This is fantastic. Should make for some great racing. They thundered down into turn 1. Oh, number 2, Kilgore's already off in the grass there. Is he going to hang on to it? Looks like he does. A little hazy out there. You guys can see there on the screen. Hazy, foggy, I think more hazy most likely. As we get kind of strung out just a bit here, Gomes has the lead. Jack Dixon second, Gaines third, Dylan Bryant fourth, and you have Rose there in the 5th position. Caution is out already. We didn't finish a lap. We're going to have to go and see who that was. I think maybe Alex Anderson in the 22 was involved. Go check that out.
You can get it next time.
Pace starts coming on too.
All right, let's see if we go over the shoulder here. The 22 is in the middle of this shot you're looking at right here, between the yellow, the Winn-Dixie vehicle and the black one on the outside. I think that's a 13, maybe. That's the 3 of Austin Paul. Oh, just gets in there and just a little, misses the turn just a bit. Makes contact with the 085 of Dobson, and they both get into the wall here. This is not a great shot. Here we go, a little bit closer, and it just disappears there all of a sudden. May have towed, so that's what happened with Alex Anderson.
Y'all, I'm just gonna say respectfully, there's fast people in the back. Y'all want to get to the front, but chill, dude. Like, we got 85 laps, y'all. Let's be patient. Otherwise, we're just gonna destroy each other. This is not gonna be fun. We're trying to go from lead 30th.
Yeah, you got Kyle's out there talking to his fellow competitors on the radio about patience. We do have a lot of fast drivers who've suffered some penalties and started at the back, as I mentioned previously. And they're going to be really chomping at the bit to get to the front as fast as they can, because this place, like I mentioned, will go green. And starting at the back really puts you at a deficit. And so they're really trying to get up there, but maybe not displaying the best attributes of patience that they could. Go around one more time here before they get back to green. Let's talk about some of our other promotions. Tonight's broadcast proudly brought to you by Trackside Graphics. If you're looking for top-tier design work or need custom livery and a paint that will turn heads on the track, get in touch with Austin via the gmail.com address on your screen to get you fixed up, ready to race. Also, tonight's broadcast powered by Wade's Pressure Washing, a family-owned Cincinnati staple, keeping homes, patios, and pool decks and driveways looking their absolute best. If your place needs a fresh shine, Wade's has the equipment, the expertise, and the hometown care to make that happen. Get in touch with Wade via this email on your screen. And we thank them for coming on this season for both of the series here in VRL.
All good, no worries. I'll take 5.
And then finally, GC Cruise Travel, your stress-free getaway to a great vacation. Whether you're dreaming of a cruise, an all-inclusive escape, or a once-in-a-lifetime adventure, GC Cruise Travel handles the planning, finds the best value, and takes care of every detail so you can simply relax and enjoy the journey. Get in touch with Greg via the GC Cruise Travel email on your screen. He does a great job. He takes a lot of these cruises himself, so he is definitely testing his product. Take a quick check. I see Edith Anderson out there in the chat. Hello, Edith. I see Ricky Wittenberg in there. Big field. Yeah, massive field tonight. Jeremy Gammon pulling for the Ryan Walton, who races on Friday nights. I think he actually won this past Friday, too. TM Kitchen and Grill out there. No, that's Tim McAdam. I didn't see Kitchen and Grill yet. So we got part of the Anderson clan, but not everybody. Kathy A. and Edith, welcome. We are still under caution. This is kind of interesting that we're running this many caution laps. A place like this with a 2.5 mile track, that makes for a long caution period. Next time, if we have another caution, we'll get one of these drivers up here in the booth so we can entertain you guys with some or regale you with their stories. We're definitely going green next time. The lights are out on top of that pace truck. Kind of reset the field here for you. So Chris Goins is going to start P1. He has the option to start inside-outside. Looks like he's going to start on the inside row. And he will also be able to launch the field once they get to the restart zone. It's not going to be on the flagman. Restarts are on the leader. A slight advantage to the leader, obviously. See Maddie out there in the chat pulling for the 99 machine. Luke Chadwick as well says any discounts on them cruises, asking for a friend. Hey, what, man, get in touch with Greg. He'll let you know. You know, he's definitely always looking for deals.
Yes, ma'am.
See if we can get some racing in here. I think these guys, if they could control a little bit for the first few laps, this will turn into a really strategic race. And we have a massive field here tonight. This is one of the, you know, we always kind of hit up the high 20s, nearly 30, but tonight we got 36 drivers. That's outstanding. Or he's out there saying hello to everybody in the chat. Oh, the ever social butterfly she is. I mean that in the best way. I am not, so thank God I have her. I wouldn't have any friends. I don't have many now. A lot of acquaintances. But she's never met a stranger. All right, as we're looking on from watching Goins and Dixon here front row. See if we can get us a clean restart. See a white line and some painting on the wall. That's the restart zone right here. Waits a little bit late in the start zone. That's good. Gets a nice launch. One gets into the turns 1 and 2 pretty hard. Looks like Jason Gaines is going to take over the second spot over Jack Dixon. Jack's not get. He's going to have to get to the bottom there and secure that spot pretty quick. And then you got Brian Rose trying to get alongside of 51. Not quite there. He's going to try to duck in behind in front of the 47 and John McAdam. He does make it. As they barrel into 3 and 4. Bob Anderson's out there. He's a little late to the party. Go get him, son. That's all right, Mr. Anderson. We had we were running a little bit late ourselves here in the broadcast due to all kinds of technical updates that everybody decided to update their product this week. Man, we saw some close racing right here between. It's like 88 right there. Mike Adamson trying to get by Jonathan Osborne. He's got got the preferred line here on the inside, so he's going to be able to pull it off maybe. And he does. He's going to do a slide job up in front of the 81. That puts him up to 7th position. 2 spots already. You see a lot of shuffling going on back here in the field. Everybody's trying to get that run. There is the draft effect here. It's a 2.5 mile track, just as long as Daytona. It's considered a super speedway track in that regard because of the length and just the amount of speed, but it doesn't have the banking to go along with it. So that's why you don't have pack racing. You also got an interesting shape here, rectangle rather than an oval. A lot of slicing and dicing here at the moment. Not missing anything out at the front. Chris Goins has got the lead by about 3 seconds over Gaines. We're kind of looking back here through the field to see if we can find some racing action. Looks like we got Red Arnell out there pulling for good enough. He's running 15th at the moment. In that Rampage machine. All by kind of in a comfortable spot. He's up 8 spots already. A little bit of a pocket. He's always fast wherever we go. You can expect him to probably jump up in here and dice it up. You see a little bit of yaw in that truck. He's putting it out there. He's trying to close in right now on Russ Kilgore right in front of him. Russ really down 11 spots, had a great qualifying effort, but as we saw on that first lap going into turn 1, he ended up in the grass. I don't know if he was trying to avoid something or what was happening. I'm actually going to go back. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened with Russ Kilgore on lap 1. So here we are. We're going to look from behind. Russ is the second truck on the inside line here. Oh, so he just, so that cold tires, I think, is what's happening here. You watch, he'll turn in, gets a little bit loose, and he's just chasing it down to the grass. Chooses just to keep it there. So he doesn't wad up his truck in half the field. He's at the front. That would have been a tremendous crash. But, gentleman and a scholar there, keeping it down there on the grass, but also saving his race as well. By not tearing up his truck. They don't have any fast repairs in this series. This is the top level of Vigilante Racing. for us is able to get back. He did drop down to 14th, but he's fast. We know that from his qualifying effort and the way he races every week. Expect to see him get back up there. He races with us out of Yorkville, Illinois. This is the kind of racetrack you're probably going to see him excel at. Now we've gone 10 laps into this 85 lap event. I don't think anybody really... Nope, nobody hit pit lane on that first lap caution. I mentioned previously, they can go about 21 laps, so we've probably got 11 laps out from green flag pit stops. Now that they're getting strung out, this is having a look of a strategic race. Who can save the most fuel? Stay on pit lane the least amount of time. When do you hit pit lane? Undercut, overcut, all the things. If you watch racing, you know what I'm talking about. If we see it, I'll call it out as it happens. Yeah, it looks hazy, Lori says out there. I'm trying to get a little closer maybe on the action here. Yeah, atmosphere-wise, these races are set up so that iRacing randomly controls what the weather's going to be. So nobody has an advantage. Not even the admins know what the weather's going to be like on race day. It has a forecast like it should, like any race would have a forecast. But until you get there in the moment, you just don't know what's going to happen. Man, look at these guys getting after it. This is a huge, massive, ultra-competitive field, and these guys are doing a great job. But while we have a chance before we get to green flag pit stops, let's run through the field and show you where your favorite driver's running. This is your leader right now at the moment, Chris Gomes, racing out of Charlotte, North Carolina. And it's like in the Dude Wipes Mint Chill Edition. Makes you feel pretty fresh. Let's jump back through here. I'm not going to make a comment. Chris Gomes, first place. Second place, and about to be maybe Dylan Bryant taking over second place from the third position over the 83. Just as I was about to talk about this. So there's your new second place driver, up 3 spots to 51. Dylan Bryant, your current points leader, as you know from the beginning of the race. Jason Gaines out of Asheboro, North Carolina. We got 3 Carolina boys up here leading this race at the moment. He's up 1 spot in that Klein Tools Chevrolet. Jack Dixon, one of our brothers from the north there, from Mitchell, Ontario, Canada. He is in the 4th position. John McAdam out of Pennsylvania, running 5th, up 2 spots so far. Mike Adamson up 3 positions. He's running 6th, races out of Sanford, Florida. Running his team colors tonight, Phoenix Racing. 99, Albert Anderson, America's driver, races from Washington, D.C. How appropriate for America's driver racing out of our capital. Up 5 positions thus far in the 7th spot. Jonathan Osborne out of Woodbury, New Jersey, running that 81 Daystar machine in 8th. Got Brian Rose, Track Bar Racing out of Vernon, West Virginia. He's in 9th position. Jesse Redding in 10th. Races out of Knoxville, Iowa. That Gordon Spain and that Raps number 38 machine. E-Raps. He's in 11th. Craig Goodenough, I know we got some fans out there for Craig. He's running 12th out of Helper, Utah. Oh, we see the 27 get a little out. That's Timmy McAdam in the 27. Behind this man, Dustin Eaton in the 14 out of Temple, Texas, running 13th. Is the aforementioned Timmy McAdam out of DeShore, Pennsylvania. 14th at the moment, being challenged by Scott Roney. And I do have on board for Scott Roney. Looking pretty focused at the moment. He gets so locked in. When we see him at the end of the race, you'll know what I'm talking about. Doing a great job right now, holding down 14th position. Here's Russ Kilgore. We talked a bit about him. He's in 15th. And then Timmy McAdam. Didn't we talk about him? We did. He dropped back a few spots, and that's how we end up back with him. Jacob Alicia out of Indianapolis. It's like a home race for Jacob. In Indianapolis, Indiana, native in that 31. Double mint red, big red machine. He's up 7 spots thus far, running 17th. Trevor Robertson running 18th, up 9 positions out of McCrory, Arkansas. Christina Jones in the Mountain Dew, number 4 of Diamondale, Michigan, running 19th. And Austin Fast out of Eastern Pennsylvania, running 20th. There's Austin Paul, Mount Washington, Kentucky's own, 21st, up 14 spots so far. He started with a penalty, so making great progress already. Number 10, Andrew Cawthon out of Bartow, Florida, up 12 spots. Started with a penalty as well, running his team colors just like the 88 Phoenix Racing. Michael Brooks in that Winn-Dixie machine is in 23rd. Kyle Vaught in the Cheer Y machine out of High Point, North Carolina, up 6 positions in 24th right now. Kevin Hunt in the Rowdy 434 of Danville, Virginia, is running 25th. 123 of John Gallagher, started with a penalty tonight, is in 26, up 10 spots. He actually had three penalties, so he's going to have a drive-through in the second half of the race. George Rincon started with a penalty as well, so he's working up his way from the back, up 6 spots so far in 27th. Scott Milner running in the 28th position. John Schaenbachler in 29th. 72 at Chandler Paul running 30th. John McDonald running 32nd. Dave Mayberry's down 13 spots. Must have got, I don't know what happened here. Looks like he's got a little bit of damage. He is running 33rd. Alex Anderson's on pit lane with a significant amount of damage to that machine. Greg Klein is out, as well as Dobson in that first racing incident. And we're back up to the front, where you see that Chris Gomes has a 1-second lead over second place Dylan Bryant. Jack Dixon there in 3rd. Jason Gaines 4th. A bit of a spread here. Gomes is looking good, but Bryant is closing him down a bit. Just in that front stretch alone, might have had a bad turn 4. Caught him by about 10th, maybe a little more than 10th. Back to 5th position. Here you have this trio of McAdam, Adamson, and Anderson. And that's 5, 6, and 7th positions. A little bit of a fight going on here. Jonathan Osborne on your right-hand side. Brian Rose trying to get around him. Jonathan really sends it in on the outside. Don't know if he's going to prevail here. Got Jesse Redding also looking to attack the 21. See Taylor Provak's out there in the chat. Hello, Taylor. It's Kyle's fiance. Good to see you, girl. Great. She says, great night for VRL Racing, indeed. Alex Hand pulling for Adamson. Team 88. Mr. Anderson sent hello to his sisters in Madison, which is, that's a 99's daughter out there pulling for her dad in a 99 machine. Hey, you have to ask your dad for a virtual ride in that truck if he wins this race tonight, Maddie, kind of like we saw on Sunday. I was actually surprised to see that people were criticizing Joey Logano for taking his son for a ride, a victory lap there at North Wilkesboro. We've seen that for so long now. I don't understand where the concern was at there. I mean, his dad's definitely not going to put him in harm's way. He'd be the first one to make sure that he was safe. So, and he was controlling the vehicle. Anyway, enough about that. Look off on a tangent here, man. Jonathan's just looking. He's looking like he's a bit loose here tonight, struggling to keep pace as he is just bleeding positions at the moment. I don't know. Maybe he burned his tires up a little bit early. We are at lap 20. I mentioned we're probably going to see some we had some caution laps, so we should see green flag pit stops coming up here very soon. Jesse Rating's looking really stout here tonight. I think he dropped back a bit on that first part of this stint, but now he's making his way back towards the front. Fifth position right now. It's like he may be closing down Craig good enough, and they're both seem to be closing in on Brian Rose there in the 8th position. Folks, if you're new here, we thank you. And we encourage you to like and subscribe to the channel. It helps us out, helps us highlight these drivers. We are live here every Wednesday and Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Here on Wednesday, this is the Premiere Series, so the top level VRL racing. And then we have the ARCA Series on Friday nights. So we follow the NASCAR schedule here in the Premiere Series, and then on Friday nights, it's the Speedway Series. So no road courses, no short tracks, nothing under a mile. Really, I think right now, nothing under a mile and a half. But so if you really love speed, and it's also in the ARCA car, check out Friday nights. And if you're interested in perhaps joining a well-run, well-managed, and very competitive league, get in touch with Lori via this Facebook and Discord on your screen right now, and she will get you hooked up. This is a good contact for both of the series. I know it says Premier Craftsman Truck, but this is good for both. The Gomes did enjoy. We're watching this racing action right here. But we do have maybe a battle for the lead coming up here. Nope, that's because Gomes just hit pit lane. Your leaders on pit lane along with Gaines, Dixon, Dylan Bryant stayed out. So there's your new leader right now, the 51. He tends to do what he can to stay out longer than his competitors. Something I like to do as well. It's just, I hate to get trapped in the pits if there's a caution, but we got a lot of guys on pit lane now. Let me read them off for you. Gomes, Dixon, Gaines, McAdams, Spain, Timmy McAdam, Gordon's, Deion Jones, Michael Brooks, Greg Goodenough, Jacob Alicia, Dusty, and Scott Roney. And now Brian Rose. Like I think he may be coming in this time. I hear Gunner calling out and hit pit lane, so it was about right. They went in on 22. We did have a caution in there. So we'll see how long they can go this time. There's the yellow cones there. That's where they have to be down to pit speed. Let's take a look and see if the dashboard's accurate. So it was like 55 on this pit lane. He's holding 55, pretty much right on the money. That is Brian Rose is. See if he's going into his pit here. We'll see. He chooses to take tires this time. And he does. We're going to jump back out here. This is your new leader, Andrew Coffin. See how long he stays out. George Rincon's up to second. Shane Bachler's in third. And now these, you might think, well, these guys are staying out long. This is their strategy, though. They could have been saving fuel the whole time, choosing not to go super hard. You see a little tire smoke there, Coffin trying to get it rolled up as he enters pit lane. Relinquish the lead, and now George Rincon is your leader. Let's see if he takes tires. He is. Looks like everybody's taking tires so far.
Come on up, Jesse.
We'll kind of reset this once everybody gets through their cycle here. It's your leader, followed closely by second place, Shane Bachler. Chandler Paul's a good ways back from these guys. Let's see if they go in this time. Looks like the 28 definitely is going in, and the 12s are coming in with him. And that should cycle us back to Chris Gomes. Here he comes through the short chute coming to turn 4. As he comes around here, he's going to overtake these guys on pit lane. And he is now your leader again with Dylan Bryant. Trying to catch up to him here. It's about the same distance they had whenever we started this cycle. And as you recall, Dylan Bryant stayed out 2 extra laps over Chris Gomes. Well, he did the overcut, so he's going to have fresher tires. Let's see if that works out for him. What I mean by that is if he's got a little bit more rubber to burn, maybe he's going to be able to get up here and get around the one machine. And while we have this chance, I want to make another sponsor, or actually another PSA, essentially. This race break is brought to you by my wife, Lori. She offers league organization, driver management, and ego control with optional disciplinary upgrades. Results include smoother racing, attitudes adjusted, and the sudden disappearance of repeat offenders. For services and inquiries, please contact Attitude Adjustment at nobs.pain. Proudly enforcing no bullshit standards since 2021. Thank you, babe. All right, looks like we have finished that round of pit stops. So let's talk about where everybody's at. As I mentioned, here you go. You got a battle for the lead, maybe. And we're going to stay with this for a moment and see if 51 is able to pull it off. He's looking pretty stout with 2-lap fresher tires. Trying to chase down Chris Gomes to get around that dude watch machine. I see Lori out there in the chat. She caught my commercial for league management, my league management commercial. All right, right now it looks like the 51's either the dirty air is not allowing him to get up there to the one, or he's choosing, hey man, I'm just ride here for a little bit, knowing that the longer this goes, the more he's going to have an advantage when it comes to those tires. But he was right there. Oh, he's looking now. Here we go. This is it. One's going to stay high, not choosing to really fight it here. 51 not able to get out to the wall, not able to track out, and that really kind of pinches off the speed. And you see the one machine shoot back out there to about a 0.25 gap. So that's going to be the thing. Can Bryant get past him? You know, catching somebody and pass him is 2 different things. He does have a tire advantage, but when you get up underneath the car here at Indy, if the longer he's going to run on these tires, the less likely he's going to get around him. All right. Looks like this may be settled for the moment. I'll keep an eye on it. Let's run through the field and show you where your favorite driver's running at the moment. Here we go. Chris Gomes, first place, being challenged by Dylan Bryant in second. Jason Gaines is in third position. Let's see if anybody's behind. He's got clear sailing behind him here. And really nothing off his nose. So he's in really good shape at the moment. And Craig Goodenough out of Helper Utah is up 19 positions. He's there in fourth. Let's take a look. Did he take tires? He looks like he did. I mean, hey, what a tremendous job. He has just been looking fast since the drop of the green flag. Trying to go to the front here. Mike Adamson is in fifth. John McAdam is in sixth. Jacob Alicia is in seventh, being challenged for that spot right now by Dustin Eaton. Looks like he's going to go around the outside and relegate Alicia back to eighth. 99 American driver may try to do the same. Try to get on the inside here. That is, Anderson did. Anderson's in 9th at the moment. Trevor Robertson's in 10th. Jonathan Osborne, 11th. Ryan Rose, 12th. Scott Roney, 13th. Got Dixon. Oh, just a little hit off the wall there. That's going to give a little advantage, maybe. Jesse Reddy trying to catch up here. The truck right beside him, it looks like the 92, maybe. Yep, that's Greg Klein. The lap down at the moment. There goes Russ Kilgore. Russ is in 15th. Gordon Spain, 17th. Timmy McAdam, 18th. Andrew Carlton, 19th. Deion Jones, 20th. Kyle Vaught, 21st. John Shanebachler running in 22nd. George Rincon, 23rd. Michael Brooks, 24th. Scott Milner, 25th. Kevin Hunt, there he is. He's a little blinking for the moment. 26th position. Austin Fassett, 27th. John Gallagher, 28th. Chandler Paul, 29th. John McDonald, 30th. Mike Everidge in 31st. Austin Paul. Actually, so these guys are just changing position between 31st and 32nd. And then you got Greg Klein, Alex Anderson. Is Alex back out on track? Klein's out there. Yep, so he's running laps down in 33rd. 34th is Alex Anderson. Got some repairs done to that truck. Dave Mayberry's out there in 35th. I think Craig Dobson is out of the race, and he is. Here's your two leaders. Still right together, nose to tail, and they're about 5.6 seconds in front of third position at the moment. All right, folks, our next race that's coming up is 2 weeks from tonight. And we're headed out to Iowa Speedway. There's a break in between, but there's not a broadcast next week. There's a fun race these guys are going to be doing. Not broadcast because Lori and I will be out of town, unfortunately. But luckily, it was a break in the NASCAR schedule as well, so you're not going to miss out on any official races here on VRN. But make sure you tune in on Friday, 5 August by 8:50 p.m. and you'll get up to speed before we start the Iowa race.
Slingshot engaged.
Thank you, sir.
Like a battle between Dustin Eaton and Jacob Alicia here. Starting to brew a bit. And this is for 7th. Like another attempt here for the lead. 51's trying to get around that bottom. One's letting him have it as far as the position, but he's keeping his momentum wound up on the outside. 51's got a pretty good run going here, though. Lap 35 of 85. We got 50 laps to go. And he pulls off the pass here. I think he's going to be able to run away if the one's just going to tuck into his draft here. Here we go. Look at this. This was brewing right here. 14 and a 31. Dustin Eaton, Jacob Alicia. Albert Anderson watching all this unfold in front of him, but he's also got Trevor Robertson coming up behind him. This guy's going to start feeling the pressure in a minute. 31 will either make this pass or fall under attack from the guys behind him. Oh, we see the 6 machine hit that wall back there. He's okay, but can't help his aero or his tires. Tussie is coming up on McAdam as well. In that 47 machine. It's cooled off just a little bit here. We could take a look at some of our onboards. We're off here over Kyle Vaught there. And the number 16 machine. Wearing that Kyle Larson red cover there. Caution just came out. Second caution of the night here at lap 37. Just as I was going to the onboards. We'll get back to those, folks, in just a minute. We'll find out what's involved here. I do see some meatball flags, which is to say significant damage to McDonald. Looks like he was involved in a crash, maybe with Alex Anderson. Let's go back and take a look. Oh.
Well, Gomes, that was a fun little battle.
But 22 got in the wall, and that really, when you hit the wall here,
This caution came out
it's like throwing a parachute out behind you as far as your speed is concerned. As you can see, Craig Goodenough had to take evasive action. Oh, no. And then at 22, probably went to get down onto the apron trying to get out of the way. In doing so, he ends up clipping the 23 and turning him into the outside wall. That is not an intentional move, folks. That's just the 22 trying to get down there and wanting to get out of the way. There we go.
Checking up 3-4. Checking up.
It really delayed a bit. So we'll see if these guys go in pit lane here. 38 laps complete. It'll be a busy place here. The leader, Dylan Bryant, leads them down. Curious if these guys are going to take tires. Taking right sides there for the 51. The one as well. So Jack Dixon coming behind the Jones's machine. 51 looks like he's going to make it out first. This is the first machine out. Dylan Bryant is going second. Jason Gaines. So the top three spots remain unchanged. As these guys go down and take service on their machine. Most everybody did take tires here. Get a word in with Kyle Vaught here. Hey, Kyle, it's down in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Hey, what's up, Pop?
Hey, not much, man. Your Cheerwine machine's looking good out there tonight. I heard you giving out some sage advice at the beginning of the race on that lap one caution there with talking about these faster drivers trying to get to the front. And hey, man, be a little bit patient. And they were. So apparently they kind of took that on board. But here coming to lap 40.
I thought the same.
But what? Yeah, I mean, what do you think they're going to continue accepting that advice at this point in the race?
I think this restart's gonna be nuts right now, to be honest with you. We were just talking about that. I don't know. It's a restart. This track gets super spread out for better or for worse. and we're all about to be right back together, which I'm happy about. I still have a little bit of damage that I haven't get fixed. It feels okay, but I think there's gonna be another caution. Yeah, the beginning was just so silly, man. It's like we got tons of fast people because of penalties who started in the back, and that first we're going into turn 1, and it's just they're everywhere, and it's like, yo, I want to go up there too, but where am I supposed to go right now? You know, like, let's not wreck each other, and let's try to race and have fun. And yeah, maybe PTSD from last week, I don't know, but we'll see. I think I think we're gonna have a caution pretty soon. I hate to say it, but we're bunched up again. So we'll see. It's a fun track. You know, these trucks just don't race like they used to, so it's really hard. If you're by yourself, you're completely SOL'd, and then when you're behind somebody, you're almost just stuck. You know, it's hard. You gotta be strategic. Like, it's hard, but it's fun.
Yeah, not for sure. When we had the second caution, I thought of you based on that discussion you had on the first one, and then also I see that Osvaldo is out there in the chat pulling for you. Ozzy, pulling for the number 16.
My guy. Yeah, right on. What's up, Ozzy? Osvaldo, that's my man.
Yeah, he's definitely out there pulling for you. Yeah.
Cool. He better be.
You guys going back next year? I know it was a little bit of, the rain and everything kind of diced things up.
Yep. We're gonna hit it again next year and hope for better luck for sure. It was a mess this year, so I think they'll figure some things out though, and it'll be better next year. And here we go. We're about to go green. I'm telling you, man. Watch this. I feel like this is about to be nuts.
All right, you want to stay on board with me? I'll watch you.
We can chill. Yeah, let's see how this goes. I'm right behind Mountain Dew man, Dion Jones himself.
Green flag.
Here we go.
Let's see how this
Green
goes.
flag. Yeah, Dylan Bryant, Jason Gaines, Chris Gomes still your top 3. Dustin Eaton in 4th, Mike Allison 5th, and Jacob Alicia 6th. There goes Kyle to the outside.
That bottom line did not have too much momentum, that's for sure. Ooh.
Couple tires in front of you, maybe.
Tires. Oh yeah. Oh, these tires. I have a feeling everybody. We all had anywhere from 5 to, I'd say, 8 laps left on fuel. Pass to George Rincon, trying to. George Rincon, you can never pass him. He's never just going to give it up and make it easy. That is one of the hardest men to pass in this league. But let's see if I can get some speed coming out. That wasn't bad.
No, it's pretty good. We'll see. You're probably going to have it here.
Yep. But now the problem is they're so far ahead. If I could stay in the draft, that's Dixon. He's point. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna need somebody behind me to get me up there.
Yeah, it's like you're gonna have maybe the 28 or maybe Dion Jones in the 4th coming up behind you. Kyle's acting as our in race report at the moment, folks. Doing a great job.
Slippery. It gets super tight in the long run here. I feel like, I don't know, entering. Oh, what happened there? It's always cool from this view because you see them just going, all over the place.
Yeah, for sure. You got moves and blocks all at once.
Oh yeah.
Well, you're there.
I'm trying to conserve my tires a little bit. When you have a car behind you, oh man, you definitely get loose as you're throttling up. But I'm trying to conserve my tires as much as I can. It's hard though when you got people in front of you and you want to get up there,
Let's see your mom out there in chat saying "going green," all caps. She's trying to yell at us to let you go, and we're still aboard 3 laps, like two laps later, going into our 3rd lap. Man, doing a great job.
Thanks, man. I'm trying. Give the viewers, in-car look like this.
John Gallagher, I need.
You've got a gaggle of trucks in front of you here.
Oh yeah, let's see what we can do, baby. Try to get here. Oh, gonna go up here with Dixon. Oh, okay.
That's Spain. You're trying to get through there with Dixon?
Yeah. But let's see if I can get this here. Here we
go. That was super tight.
I had it. We're good, baby. We are cruising. Okay.
Hey, Kyle there in that 16, number 16 cheerwine machine. Up to the 17th spot. Yeah, man, up 13 spots so far tonight.
How many spots did I just jump, though? Because that was nuts.
Yeah, you got about, I think, 4.
Moving.
Yeah. All right, man, I'm going to get back to it. I appreciate you doing this. You're looking great. Keep it up, and I'm going to drop you back down.
Appreciate ya. Thanks, Bob.
Yeah, man.
The rest of the race goes well, and y'all are enjoying it.
Talk to you soon, buddy.
All right.
Here we go, folks. Our in-race reporter, Kyle Vaught in the 16 machine. Definitely not shy. We'll jump back up front here. Your leader is still Dylan Bryant with Chris Goins there in second. Bryant's got a 0.7 lead over Goins at the moment, but something tells me Chris is probably saving his stuff just a bit for the long run. We're starting to stretch it out again. As would be expected, we cross over for lap 45, starting lap 45 right now. Now that we've got a little settled out for the most part, let's run through and show you where your favorite drivers at again. First place, Dylan Bryant. Second, Chris Goins.
Thank you.
Jason Gaines there in third. So North Carolina top three again. Jacob Alicia has made his way up 20 positions. He's an Indiana native. He really likes this track, and it shows up in the fourth right now. Going to have to contend with him before the end of this race. Dustin Eaton in fifth. Mike Adamson, sixth. Albert Anderson here in the seventh position. Always runs really great here. Kurt Robertson, eighth. Russ Kilgore, ninth position. Brian Rose there in the 98. He's in 10th. John McAdam, 11th. Jonathan Osborne is in 12th. Jesse Redding, 13th. Jack Dixon, one of three Canadian drivers. He is in 14th. Scott Roney, 15th. Andrew Cawthon, 16th. Gordon Spain, 17th. Okay, good enough. 18th. Back up through the field. I don't know how he got back here, but like he's charging back through. Kyle Vaught, we talked with him, 19th. Timmy McAllen, 20th. Kevin Hunt, 21st with Deion Jones right on his rear deck in 22nd. Scott Milner, 23rd in that Reese's machine. Mike Adamson is here in 24th, and his teammate, George Rincon, in 25th. John Shanebacher, 26th. Austin Fassett, 27th. Michael Brooks, 28th. Chandler Paul, 29th. Austin Paul, 30th. John Gallagher, 31st. Dave Mayberry, 32nd. Tom McDonald's on pit lane. Alex Anderson is out of the race along with Greg Klein. Go back up here again. Let's take a look. We have an onboard for Dave Mayberry. Pretty focused at the moment. Dave has dropped 12 spots. I don't know what happened with him early in the race. Let's see if I can find something for you. Might have been on that first incident that occurred. Yep. Let's go back here and take a look. Lap 0 says, what this was. Let's take a look and see.
Same deal, John. Go on the left now. You're faster. What's your buddy?
This is the start of the race. I want to say this is so we didn't catch this on so Alex Anderson, this is whenever these guys are getting ready to pull off to start their pace laps. Pace lap. There they go. Looks like the 22 just got on the throttle a little too much, and he gets on it again and just shoots him right to the right-hand side, and he hits Dave. Then they finally get going. I don't know if he ends up having to hit pit lane to get repairs or what happened here. He's trying to get back up where his starting position. It looks like he did get up there, but been driving with damage ever since. That's most likely why he's back towards the back of the field right now. Running in 32nd. Come back up to the front. We see that it's closing down a bit. 51 jumped out to a pretty good lead there. Now he has the 1 and the 83 pounding him, as well as the 31 to 14 and the 88. Six trucks there. Look off the back deck of the 88. Yeah. 2 or 3 trucks back there. Anderson, Robertson, looks like Kilgore behind these guys. Got this 6-truck breakaway, though. You can see around the track, they've updated the artwork here in iRacing. You got the nice American flag up into the stands there. Some Shell Pennzoil new graphics on the side of the stands as well. I see people criticizing iRacing on many occasions, and I just don't get it, man. I mean, for what you're paying for what you get as far as the amount of upgrades. You see the one get around 51 here for the lead. 83 is looking to take advantage as well. But I just don't get it. I mean, constant updates, constantly looking for new content, new things to scan, always bringing you something new to enjoy. And, you know, can it get a little pricey? Yeah, but it's like an a la carte menu. You don't have to buy it all. And I don't buy it all. You know, you buy what you're interested in. Oh, 14 and a 31 added again. These guys have been all over each other all night. And here we go. 88 looking to maybe jump into this fight. Yeah, this is really turned into a dogfight all night long. These guys seem to have been glued to each other. See if he goes in here into turn 3 and tries again. Oh, the 31 gets into the outside wall. Upsets the truck, the balance of the truck, but he's able to pull it off. 14 reacts by slowing, didn't want to run into him, and look how much ground he lost. 31 gets a little out of shape again. You get down close to that apron because you want to get the grip down there. But sometimes it can grab that left front tire a little bit more than you expect and cause the truck to yaw out. And if you're not careful, it could even spin you out. "52 laps complete." All right, folks, just a reminder, tonight's broadcast is proudly brought to you by Trackside Graphics. If you look for top-tier design work or need a custom livery that turns heads on the track, reach out to Austin via his email, seen here on your screen. We'll get you fixed up and ready for your next race in style. Trackside Graphics. And also, we're powered by Wade's Pressure Washing, the family-owned Cincinnati staple, keeping homes, patios, pool decks, and driveways looking their absolute best. If your place needs a fresh shine, Wade's has the equipment, the expertise, and the hometown care to make it happen. Get in touch with Dustin via the contact information on your screen. And then finally, GC Cruise Travel, your stress-free getaway to a great vacation. Whether you're dreaming of a cruise, an all-inclusive escape, or a once-in-a-lifetime adventure, GC Cruise Travel handles the planning, finds the best value, and takes care of every detail so you can relax and enjoy your journey. Everyone's able to maintain that lead in front of the 14 for the moment, but they're closing in on this next group of trucks, which is the 83. That's third place. Jason Gingles. Scone's trying to pull away just a little bit, but it's about a 0.25 advantage over second there. But if you guys have been watching this league for a while and watching how it's managed and everything, that's all done by Lori Vaught. So this break segment is brought to you by her, offering a league organization, driver management, and ego control with optional disciplinary upgrades. Results include smoother racing, attitudes adjusted, and the sudden disappearance of repeat offenders. For service inquiries, please contact Attitude Adjustment at nobs.pain, proudly enforcing no bullshit standards since 2021. She does exactly that for us here in the Vigilante Racing League. All right, here we go. 51 really got loose coming out of that corner, man. He is pushing that truck for everything it's worth. He's got some vultures breathing down his neck. for that second position. All the while he's trying to catch that first place machine of Chris Gomes. He's stretched it out now to about a 0.4
Away from him.
advantage.
Following you guys.
All right, lap 55 of 85. We got 30 laps to go. So hit us up in the chat there. Is the one going to just run away with this thing, or these guys behind him here got something for him? I mean, they're looking pretty hungry. He hasn't just driven away. See if we can find you guys some action back here in the crowd. We've gotten pretty spread out at the moment. I think our actions going to start coming when they make pit stops. They were our last on pit lane. Let's see, at lap 38. Oh, here we go. We got some takers. Andrew Cawthon's on pit lane. Jack Dixon. I was calculating here that they need to come in at about a couple of laps, around 59. These guys are choosing to undercut with the option of potentially gaining some spots with that. See if that's going to drag in your leaders. We don't have Greg Dobson. I don't think he's on the track at the moment. But we did have an onboard camera with him tonight. Yeah, I think Greg is out. Greg does a lot for Laura as well. She helps us out with the race reviews here on Wednesday nights. We appreciate him doing that. And just always being ready, you know, for whatever comes our way. I want to say thanks to Greg for helping us out. Greg races out of Canada as well. He's out of Newmarket, Ontario, Canada. I just want to say thanks, Greg, for everything you do, buddy. Yes, we're going to jump back up here to the front. See if these guys start hitting pit lane. They're going through the short chute between 3 and 4. We see a little bit of movement there. That's new tires versus old tires there. One machine stays out. These guys are going long. They're looking to make sure they got speed to the end of this race. Got past the flag stand here.
Take bottom, Gordon.
Right here behind your leader. This looks like Brian Rose. It is Brian Rose, but he's trying to just race her back around the 1 here and get his lap back. He's already been to pit lane. He's on lap 22, or excuse me, he's in position 22, 1 lap down. And that's what you see. These new tires racing back onto the lead lap. Hoping to gain that time. There is a significant difference. A couple of seconds in lap times here. Right now, Gomes is starting to pull a little bit more, with now at a 1.25 advantage and pulling down to up to 1.3. Vic Felicia is up to 3rd position, improved his as Jason Gaines hits pit lane along with Dustin Eaton. See if Eaton's got tires. Here at lap 60, 25 to go. Yep, he's taking tires.
I'm pitting here, Jonathan. Go high.
If Gaines takes tires, he's been fast all night, running in the top 3. Tires as well. These guys have enough tires, looks like, to make it to the end. I don't know if he's going to have any left now at this point. We jump back up here with your leader. Making his way on the pit lane right now. closely followed by Dylan Bryan. This is the money stop, what they call the money stop, folks. I was looking for those battles in the back there, Lori. You saw me. Pretty spread out. Let's see once we get off pit lane here. 25 to go. I do expect both these drivers to take tires. Yep. At least right sides. We'll see if he takes 4.
31 pitting this time.
Yep. Dylan Bryan as well, taking 4 tires. But the War Machine's going to make it off first. But not by much. Who's your pick here? You're going to be one of these top drivers, top 2 drivers here, the one of the 51, or somebody else going to come up here and upset the apple cart? Jacob Alicia's on pit lane. Taking 4 tires as well. Scott Miller's on pit lane. Kevin Hunt. George Rincon. Handler Paul. So we should have rotated through now. Here comes Chris Gomes and company. Jason Gaines gotten around the 51. He's up to second. Going to be second right here now. Jacob Alicia in first, but they're going to pass him here. See them coming around with Alicia. Right there, coming off pit lane. Need about 5th, maybe, with 1 lap fresher tires on his truck. See if that's going to be enough for him to get up here and win this race. Guys are getting after it here. Take a look and see how we're looking on tires. So Chris Gomes went on lap 60, got his tires 1 lap later, or earlier rather, Jason Gaines did. So he has a lap older tires than your 1st and 3rd position drivers, as well as Dustin Eaton there in the 4th position. He went on lap 59 as well. Jacob Alicia has the freshest by 1 lap. Sitting in 5th place right now. There he is. And we'll take a look out his cockpit. You can see he's trying to catch up to these guys. He's in 5th. He's trying to catch these 4 drivers in front of him. It's going to be a tall order with coming to 22 laps to go. For him to get up here, first of all, I think he'll catch them. Will he be able to pass all of them on nearly equal tires? I think he's probably going to burn the good or the advantage off of his tires that he may have just getting up here and trying to pass a few folks. And don't look now. Right here is Trevor Robertson, up 21 positions. And Trevor is stupid fast here at Indianapolis. He started in the back tonight with a penalty. He has worked his way up here now, sitting in 6th position. And he's got just as good a chance as anybody else. He was last on pit lane at 59. Again, he's probably in the same boat as Alicia. You know, might be able to get up here, contend for a few more spots. Don't know if he's going to have enough tire left to contend for the win. He might have to have some help. Yeah, we got 23 viewers out there, Lori. We just need some people to chime in. Who do you think is going to pull this thing off? I don't see a foregone conclusion. You see these guys running nose to tail. These 4, they're not quite right on the one machine. He's starting to pull a bit. But if he pushes too hard early in this run, these guys are going to come out and gobble him up with just a few laps to go. Really great to see this massive field out here tonight. On the routine, we have huge fields, but tonight is especially robust. Guys are putting on a show for us in skill, talent, and strategy. As you see, as I mentioned, Alicia was going to catch. He did. He has caught the 51. 51's kind of fading a bit here at the end of the race. I don't know, maybe he clipped the wall or something. That's going to go Jacob Alicia up in the 4th position with 20 laps to go. I said I didn't know if he's going to be able to get there and battle for the lead, but look where he's at now. With 1 lap fresher tires. He's battling again with his nemesis here tonight, Dustin Eaton. These guys battled, like I mentioned, kind of like Velcro tonight. These two drivers always around each other. Eaton's not really able to hold that outside line, so that's 3rd position for Jacob Alicia. May have been holding back and choosing when to hit the go pedal. Alicia's up 21 spots. He needed those cautions that happened tonight to be able to get to the front because he started in the back. But that has helped him out. He's up here. He was fast, able to make up a bunch of spots during those runs. And then the cautions allowed him to get caught right back up with the leaders, and he's in it to win it. Running 3rd, next target, Jason Gaines. Don't know what went on. Let's take a look at Dylan Bryant's truck because he's been super fast all night. Top 2. Gonna go on board here. Do a little damage assessment just in case. He's hitting pit lane. Not really seeing any damage here.
Pass me, Mayberry. Let me follow you for a while.
Unless I had it calculated. No, these guys are going to have to hit pit lane again for sure. But he's choosing to do it now. Question is, will he take tires? Greg Dawson said his computer crashed after his lap 1 wreck. He only have from lap 31 on for the replay tonight. Well, that's probably enough. They only had only 1 caution that first 31 laps anyway. No tires here. It's like fuel only here for the 51. He may have been kind of slowing down to save his tires. I mentioned these guys hit pit lane. Your leaders on pit lane at like 60. Alicia's up to 2nd now.
I lift and let you by, and then I fall.
With about a 0.85 deficit to Chris Gomes. Trying to close it in here for this last run.
I'll stay a little high so you don't get dirty air.
Yeah, so lap 81. So they're all a few laps short here on fuel. They're not going to make up 4 laps. Especially not running as hard as these guys are. $17 to go. This is the battle. Or he's out there, you never know. Red Arnell's out. His guess is 83. I'll tell you, the 83 is sitting here. He's been up in top 3 all night long, having a tremendous run. Races with us out of Asheboro, North Carolina. And that Klein Tools Chevrolet. Let's see if his oh yeah, got the matching fire suit going on. A little ways back right now, but these guys all have to take a pit stop. You can see he's in striking distance. He can see the 2 leaders right there. Got his target. Right now, Jacob Alicia is closing down to Chris Gomes. These 2 guys were the 1st and 2nd finishers in last season's championship. The one was able to prevail by 1 single point to win that championship. So you know they're both hungry. The one's hungry to repeat. The 31's looking for some redemption there, having lost it by 1 point. Here we go. Challenge for the lead. Looks like the one's going to concede. 31 gets a little sideways here.
If you want 5 Milner, let me know. Nope. Saving fuel.
15 laps to go. Oh, 31 gets onto the inside again. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. If you get that left front tire a little too much grip, it's going to get you out of line here. The one's not choosing the challenge. He's trying to have both of them have speed. Maybe get to their final pit stop and then duke it out between the two of them. That looks like the 48 machine of Jack Dixon. Yep. He's in 22nd there, so this is not for position. Just coming off the pit lane. He's probably going to be faster. Now, Red Arnell saying needs some cautions to help out the 89. Here comes the 89 off pit lane right now. Jason Gaines on pit road. Looking to take his last pit stop. See if he takes any tires with this fuel. 14 to go. If I had them, I'd probably at least take out the right side tires, but maybe these guys are out. Making his way off pit lane now.
All good, buddy. Just turn the gas off.
Jacob Alicia able to pull a little bit on the one machine. Jack Dixon's looking, hey, he's like, hey man, I'm a lap down, but I want to get around. In case there's a caution. Put him back on the lead lap. There's Craig Goodenough running in a 20th spot, looking to make around the 48. These guys are racing for position. This is for 19th and 20th right here between the two leaders. As you see the one pull down in the pit lane there, Chris Goins going to get his service. Back up. This is a fight for position, and they got the leader right in front of them. With the 89 putting pressure on the 48, he's looking to get around the leader here. The leader, I might just let them go rather than risk it. There we go. Jack Dixon's through, and here comes Craig Goodenough looking to do the same. Probably a good move on Alicia's part. Hey, just let these guys go. He's going to add the momentum on the outside. He's not looking to lose time. But he's still racing the one. The one's going to be out there trying to make up time on the 31 here. He's already hit pit lane. That is the one machine of Chris Goins. Let's go back a lap or so and see if he took tires. Here he is going down pit lane. Yep, taking right sides. And that was it. So we'll see what happens. Here's your leader with 11 to go. Right now, it's showing him with a 14.8 second advantage over second place, Mike Adamson. And third place is Andrew Coffin, but he still needs to make his pit stop. Last on pit lane at lap 61. So coming down to about 3 or 4 laps to go, he's going to be out of fuel. Question is, I don't see him saving 3 laps of fuel here at a 2.5 mile track. So I think maybe right now he's just trying to run the tires off of it and hope that it's enough. 89 and 48 getting after it again here.
10's going in, Gallagher. 10's
This is for
going in.
12th and 13th now.
Had the really got a little loose.
Chris Gomes trying to get around Michael Brooks here. Going to put Chris back up to 7th position. Mike Adams is on pit lane. Andrew Cawthon's on pit lane. The completion heading down the backstretch. Staying out again. 9 laps to go. So whose strategy do you think is going to work out here, folks? Was the undercut by Gones, is it going to win him this race? Or is Jacob Alicia staying out long? Staying out to the very last moment that he possibly can, which it looks like he's trying to do before hitting pit lane for that fuel. Tell me what you think down in the comments. Or in the chat, rather, not the comments. Take a look and see where. There's Gomes. He's being chased by Jason Gaines, so this is not a done deal either. These guys are. This is for position of 1 in 83. They've been together all night long, and in front of them they got Dylan Bryant. But right now, Dylan Bryant may end up inheriting the lead when Alicia hits pit lane, or is Alicia going to be able to get on and off pit lane and still hold that lead? There's a 0.65 gap between Gones and Bryant. And it's coming down. We'll see if, looks like Bryant didn't take any tires. We know that Chris Gones took 2, and he is closing in on that 51 machine. Heading down to turn 1. Really smooth going through here. 51 gets a little out of shape. One's going to go ahead and take advantage. Make that quick and clean pass there. Looks like he's pulling away from the 83 as well. I don't know if the 83 had a little trouble. 83 also did not take tires as I'm looking at this. That's why he's falling back. Mike Evers just hit pit lane. Vic Relish is still holding on. 6 laps to go. Alicia heading down to turns 3 and 4. Staying out again. That is going to start with 5 laps to go at the line. He's closing in on America's driver, the 99 machine there. I think that's him. Let me take a look. Might not be. Yes, it is. Okay. But right now, Anderson is in 10th, so there's only going to be, if he gets past him, that is, the leader, going to be 9 trucks on the lead lap.
Pitting in.
Just heard Mayberry saying he's hitting pit lane. Mayberry heading down now. Had a rough night so far. It'll be tight. Yeah, Lori says in the chat, I think so. It's come down to this. Whose strategy is on the money? I probably expect Alicia won't take any tires. He's going to probably try to take as little fuel as possible.
74 foot.
But that begs the question. Is Chris Goins' strategy to take tires and be basically faster on the track? Here we go. And caution just came out. Oh no, that might be a penalty for the 31 as he was past the cone. Take a look.
Hey, thanks for helping me, Barry. I was going to make it on fuel.
That, man, talk about unlucky. Caution comes out. Watch as the light turns red right there. And you have to be, I don't know if it's going to give him a penalty or not. It might not. In real life NASCAR, that'd be a penalty, but he might be okay here. We're going to have, most likely here, folks, a green-white checker finish. That's going to catch these guys up, and you watch this whole strategy play out, this entire race, and now here we are. We're going to have a shootout here for the win, and there's only one chance at a green-white checker. So the way it works here in VRL, they get the green flag. If there's a caution anywhere in that first lap, the field is frozen, and you finish where you're running at that point, and you just pace out the last lap. Now, if you go around, oh, looks like the 31 may be out of fuel. If you go around and you take the white flag, iRacing will not throw the caution, and you race it out to the checker. That's how it's done. 31 may be out of fuel here. He's just trying to coast back in. He's bleeding spots here. This is probably going to be tragic here for the 31. Just so unlucky. Just at that, if he could have just been a little bit further, he would have been able to take his service and continue on. As you see him just barely coasting here into pit lane. He's not even going to be, you see other competitors pass, and him is going to have to stay out of their way a little bit. Drop it down to 30. Pit lane speed is 55, as you recall. Now, the only good thing is he did start towards the back, so his pit stall is not all the way to the front.
Lori, I got the black flag for passing under yellow. I'm out of gas. I don't know how I passed anyone.
Mic up again.
He makes it to a stall. Taking right sides.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Honestly, he might as well take 4. It's probably going to relegate him a little ways back. He's in 8th at the moment, what I'm showing on my overlays. Don't know if it's going to be enough. Your leader right now, though, is this man, Trevor Robertson. Talked about this earlier, how he was coming up towards the front. And the way that this has worked out. Yeah. He's your leader with Dustin Eaton in second. Craig Goodenough third. And I don't expect them to hit pit lane for this green-white checker. Here's Chris Goins. He's got all these cars in between them. Curious how iRacing is going to line these guys up. They were really, a lot of trucks are a lap down. Well, the way that caution came out, it has really jumbled things up. Here's Craig Goodenough. He's in third. Dustin Eaton right there in front of him. Second, and Trevor Robertson. A few trucks in between. Looks like the one's going to be able to come up here maybe and take his spot in front of the lap cars. Maybe not. We'll see. All these trucks in front, this is right on board with Trevor Robertson. All these trucks in front of him are going to pass the pace car here and get a lap back. Wave around. He'll pull right up behind this pace truck. Lights are out, which means we're going green next time around. There you go. But just one misplaced caution or late caution has changed the complexion of this race. Trevor Robertson first, Dustin Eaton second, Craig Goodenough third, Chris Goins fourth, Jason Gaines fifth, Dylan Bryant sixth. So Goins, Gaines, Bryant, these guys went on pit lane at lap 83, so they're pretty good. Looks like maybe Dylan Bryant took 4 tires on lap 83, and maybe Albert Anderson as well. Gaines did not, and Goins did not. Went down, maybe took a little extra fuel.
I'm coming, Kevin. I'm right behind you.
Albert Anderson sitting there in 7th. Erica's driver up there in the mix. We're going to ride from right here. See how these maybe comers and goers will see.
Don't ram me, Andrew.
Don't really know who has tires and who doesn't. And there goes the pace truck.
So stay behind you right now. Okay, whatever.
I'll tell her to clear it if it gives it. All these extra laps.
Dix is in control. There he goes. Good launch for the 6. He's going to be hard to pass. He's hoping for a caution right now. If he gets one, race is over. He is the winner. Bounce around a little bit here. Got Craig Goodenough coming out of the ashes, man. 21 spots. He's also going to be a hard pass. Look at this. Going to be 3 wide, maybe going into turn 3. The 51, the 1, and the 14. 51 threw it in there. So did the 1. Trevor Robertson's out there looking for the white flag. Trying to snake down this front stretch. There it is. White flag. 1 lap to go. Next flag will end it, folks. '51 is going after it, though. Look at him. He just muscles his way in through for second place. 89 into the outside wall. Craig Goodenough. 51 into 1 come through on that. A little scrapping in the back. We're going to stay with this. Oh, they're wrecking in the back. 14 and others. We'll go back and take a look. We're going to stay with this for the finish. Six Machine looking to get a win here tonight. Got to get through these turns. Will he have the momentum coming out of 4? He's not going to have it. Dylan Bryant's looking really good for this win. Chris Goins getting through for second. Going to relegate Trevor Robertson to third. There it is. 51 Machine. Dylan Bryant brings it home. First place here tonight. Indianapolis. What a run. Chris Goins second. Trevor Robertson in third. Craig Goodenough brings it home fourth. Albert Anderson 5th position. Mike Adamson 6th. What a great job here for these guys tonight.
All right, drivers.
There's your winner, folks. Mr. Dylan Bryant.
And we'll do some review here in about 5 minutes. FYI, my computer crashed. I do not have from before lap number.
There we go.
Available.
We're going to get him up here. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to interview your top 3 drivers. It's going to be Dylan Bryant, Chris Goins, and Trevor Robertson. Trevor, incredibly, almost had a chance. 1 turn away from winning this race. He just didn't have the tires. 51 got after it along with Chris Goins, and they were able to get through, bring it home 1-2. He also had Jacob Alicia up there. He brings it home 7th for those Alicia fans out there. Just really bad luck there on that last caution coming out just as he was entering pit lane. See him burn it down here. We'll get him up into the booth here just momentarily. The Albert Anderson Sr. out there saying congratulations to Dylan. Indeed, I mean, it was a good race. He was up there all night. This was not by any means. So I lost his signal there. just hold him there as I look for him, bring him up here in the booth. Looks like Lori already moved him up. Let's talk to him right now. Hey, Mr. Dylan Bryant, sound in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Yes, sir. I got you.
Hey, man, you just threw it in there a couple of times up underneath the 89 and then got up to Trevor Robertson and took it away on the last corner like stealing his cookie bag, man. How did you feel about that win?
Oh, man, I don't even know. I had a set of tires in there, and I knew that the other guys didn't have no tires and or just right side tires. And, you know, I don't get aggressive often. And I hate to stick it in there at the last second. And we kind of just hooked up some, and no, I try not to pass folks that way and stuff, and then I got up to Trevor and stuff, and I was definitely a lot more patient there. Because I mean, I ain't trying to move folks out the way to win a race, and hopefully good enough isn't too mad, but it was go time, and yeah, glad I got the win. I wish it was a little bit less contact. I felt like I was under him, but it wasn't a lot of room though. So once we hit doors some, it kind of just slid us both up.
Well, yeah, man. Hey, you come out of here with this win here tonight, and you're also still on top of the driver's standings as we leave here with Dustin Eaton in second. Chris Goins now up to third, tied with Dave Mayberry. So doing really well here 3 rounds into this. Are you looking forward to next week? Actually, 2 weeks from now, because we got that break, that fun race in between, but we're going to Iowa Speedway next. How you feel about that, joint?
Yeah, I think I got a few wins there in this league. So any short track I'm excited about, and I know after that one I think we got Richmond coming up too. So I definitely got both of them as a circle track to where both I can steal a win.
Yeah, that's right. You got Richmond for round 5 after that, and then New Hampshire for round 6. So looking pretty good here. We got this win walking out. Have a good couple of weeks, happy with the win, and then moving to a place you feel pretty confident at. So that's awesome. But before I let you get off the championship podium here, man, do you have any shout outs for teams, fans, or family?
First off, shout out to all the fans in the broadcast, and then our series sponsors, Trackside Graphics, Waste Fresh Washing, and Greg Line Cruise and Travel. So shout out to them, everything that they do to help y'all out with the sponsorship and stuff. And then of course All-Star Racing with Albert, Jack, Jason. We got a great group of guys and stuff, and yeah, and then also Good Enough, man. I felt bad about as much content as it was and stuff, but and then also Lori, shout out to her for everything that she does on and off the track for us, and of course you Alan, in the broadcast booth. You're doing a fantastic job, and I look forward to going back and watching this race.
Yeah, buddy, congrats on the win again. Lori's out there in the chat saying congratulations, Dylan. She's super excited for you, man. As always, she's a cheerleader for all of us, man. But great job. Look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks in Iowa. Tremendous drive here tonight, man. Congrats.
All right, I appreciate you. Have a good night.
Good night, man. All right, folks, that was your first place driver there, Mr. Dylan Bryant. And we're going to head one more step up on the podium, or down the podium here, to Chris Goins here in second position, and get him in the booth tonight. Look, he had the win going into this last segment. Hey, Chris, this is Alan in the booth. Buddy, you got me.
Yeah, what's up, Alan?
Hey, man, what a run for you here tonight. Got the pole, nearly got the win here. I don't know if that last caution kind of messed up your strategy. I felt like you undercut the 31 there, Alicia, and maybe you're going to have a chance just to pass him in the pits. For instance, did that last caution mess you up at all? Did you feel like you had what you needed at the end?
Yeah, absolutely. This is probably going to be the most dejected second place you'll talk to in a while. I had that strategy played perfectly. I was about 35 seconds behind Alicia there. Everybody was coming in and kind of topping off early and not taking any tires. I came in and took 2 and gave myself enough time, and I had worked my way past everybody that didn't take tires, and I was like 2 or 3 seconds ahead of Dylan there.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it looked like to me. I saw we watched in real time as you took 2 tires and most didn't. They just kind of topped off there, and you were super fast. And I was wondering if Alicia, it looked like he was waiting out to the last possible second. In fact, I don't, if you may not know this, but he ran out of gas on that pace light. He was coming into pit lane. The caution comes out. He has to jerk the truck to the right and leave pit lane, and then finally just kind of floats into pit lane on fumes, doing about 25 to 30 miles an hour. So I think you probably had the strategy to win it if it hadn't had that caution. And I know you don't want to hear that, but that's kind of what I was looking at from the booth.
Yeah, it's just, it's one of those things. I mean, that's right. And I don't know what happened there at the end, but so yeah, I saw him run out of gas there. But I don't know. It's, I had the strategy, and then I should have just stayed out on that last caution instead of coming in. I came in and took the lefts to kind of give me some fresh lefts. But if I had known that Trevor and the 14 and the 89 were staying out, that would have put a little bit of a buffer between me and Dylan. And I knew that I had a little bit fresher tires than those three. So I think then I kicking myself now because I didn't stay out. So I don't know, ifs and buts, right?
Yeah, man, those are the worst ones. But hey, man, at least you had the strategy planned out. We have to have a little luck going into this thing too. But hey, looking forward, you're doing great. You're up to third in the points now. We're heading in 2 weeks out to Iowa. Don't know how you feel about that track.
I don't mind Iowa. It's kind of like I call it the super speedway of short tracks. Because it's not super short like Martinsville or Bristol, but it's not a mile and a half either. It's a 1 mile, a little bit bigger than Richmond. So it's it'll be fun. It's really wide open. Lots of different lines you'll be able to take there. So definitely it's going to be a tire conservation there. Try and get some clean air, especially with these trucks in this aero package. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the kind of the week off though, for sure.
Yeah,
time to kick myself after this one for 2 weeks, and it's not like we get to go back racing next week. I kick myself for 2 weeks, but yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully we can get the Track Bar Motorsports guys up towards the front.
Yeah, man, congratulations on second place, and I look forward to Iowa. But do you have any shout outs before we leave for teams, fans, or family?
Yeah, just all my guys over here at Track Bar Motorsports. Jesse and Brian and John and Timmy. To be honest with you, I don't know exactly how they finished, but hopefully we can all we all had good qualifying showings this week, and hopefully next week we can kind of put everything together. Just shout out to Lori and all the guys in this league. Obviously the broadcast, so we can go back and watch this, and then just everybody that's out there kind of watching and participating in the chat and everything, giving us a kind of a platform to be able to do this and have some fun. So looking forward to it for next week, and see how it goes.
All right, man. Well, congrats, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yep, sounds good. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, good night. All right, folks, that was second place. We're going to head down one more step on the podium to third, Mr. Trevor Robertson, and get him up into the chat here. He had a tremendous run from the back. I mentioned he was up 24 spots. Hey, Trevor, it's down in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Sure.
Hey, man, what a run you had here tonight. I called you out a little bit earlier in that you were really fast here. You've had some horrible luck. I remember once in turn 3, somebody just lost it behind you, just came through and plowed you into the wall, and you were leading, I think, at the time, or certainly in the top 3. But super fast at this track, had bad luck, but you came from the back to bring it home, third step on the podium. How do you feel about tonight's run?
Yeah, definitely have bad luck here, but I mean, I probably left a permanent mark on the wall in turn 2. I hit it so many times. I made so many mistakes. I'm really lucky to be where I'm at and didn't tear my truck up, but this thing just plowing tight. I knew they had fresher tires, and I tried to make track as small as possible there on going into 3, but I just saw how much of a speed difference it was. I just got out of the way. So
yeah, we saw you scrubbing that wall a couple of times, man. Did you ever get any wheel damage out of that?
No, it was always the rear that hit it first, so I guess that's what saved me. But
hey, man,
I don't know. Turn 2 was my nemesis tonight. I couldn't do it.
Well, hey, man, you were super fast, and you had a shot at it here at the end, and that's great, especially coming from a penalty from last week, having to drive from the back to the front. But as we head off and into the off week. We got 2 weeks, and then we're going to be in Iowa. How do you feel about that track and your chances there?
Iowa's tricky. I'm usually not quite as fast there, so I'll be hoping for a top 10 or something along those lines.
Yeah, it certainly is, man. But it's going to be a night race. It should be pretty good. But before I let you go, do you have any shouts for teams, fans, or family?
Just shout out to you in the booth. Doing a good job, highlighting everything every week, and Lori I know she had a rough race report from last week.
Yeah,
and I couldn't imagine the stress from that. But, my teammates, I know last week we finished 11th, 12th, and 13th. I'm not sure where everybody ended up tonight, but we do well together. And that's about it.
Well, hey, man, congratulations one more time. And we look forward to seeing you in Iowa in 2 weeks.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, good night. Folks, that was your third place finisher, Mr. Trevor Robertson. Let's see if we got anything else going on over here. Going to go over your race results here tonight, so you know where your favorite driver finished. All right, Dylan Bryant first, Chris Gomes second, Trevor Robertson third. We just talked to those guys. Craig, good enough. I have a little contact with your winner. I'm sure those guys will talk it out before we get to Iowa. Fourth position, Albert Anderson brings it home fifth, America's driver. Mike Adamson in sixth, Jacob Alicia seventh, Jonathan Osborne eighth, Jesse Redding ninth, John McAdam 10th, Gordon Spain 11th, Kyle Vaught 12th, Russ Kilgore 13th, Dion Jones 14th, Andrew Cawthon 15th, 16th position, Dustin Eaton, Kevin Hunt 17th, John Shanebacher in 18th position, Jason Gaines 19th. He had a great run up front. I hate to see him kind of get back into the teens there, but really fast tonight. Scott Milner 20th, George Rancon 21st, Mike Everidge in 22nd, Brian Rose 23rd, Chandler Paul 24th, Austin Fast 25th, Jack Dixon 26th, Michael Brooks 27th, 28th, John Gallagher 29th, Timmy McAdam, Dave Mayberry 30th, Scott Roney 31st, 32nd, Sean McDonald, Austin Paul 33rd, 34th, Alex Anderson, 35th, Greg Klein, and 36th was Greg Dobson, who was had issues with his computer and out of the race early here tonight. And we're going to do some final payments here on the bills, folks. Again, tonight's broadcast proudly brought to you by Trackside Graphics. If you're looking for top-tier design work or need a custom livery that turns heads on the track, reach out to Austin via the contact information there on your screen. And then we're also powered by Wade's Pressure Washing, a family-owned Cincinnati staple, keeping homes, patios, pool decks, and driveways looking their absolute best. If your place needs a fresh shine, Wade's has the equipment, the expertise, and the hometown care to take care of it. And finally, GC Cruise Travel, your stress-free getaway for a great vacation. Whether you're dreaming of a cruise, an all-inclusive escape, or a once-in-a-lifetime adventure, GC Cruise Travel handles the planning, finds the best value, and takes care of every detail so you can simply relax and enjoy the journey. GC Cruise Travel, that's Greg Klein's company there. Doing a great job. And let's see what else before we sign off here tonight. As we wrap up tonight's coverage, I want to give one last shout out to my wife, Lori. She keeps the league organized, keeps me grounded, and somehow still cheers us on every week. You're the real superstar of the show, baby. Love you. And a reminder, again, I talked about a couple times during the broadcast, we are off next week. So it's going to be 5 August. Excuse me, not 5 August. Is that right? Let me double check my dates. Yeah, it would be 5 August. Wednesday, 5 August will be the next race at Iowa. Make sure you tune in by 8:50 so you don't miss out on any of the coverage. But folks, until then, remember, stay sharp, stay fast, and above all else, stay vigilante. And we'll see you next time. Good night.
This ain't your mama's racing stream.